Hi, my name is Tom Badcock, Director of Parks, Recreation, and Social Services for Old Bridge Township. And we're here today at Geick Park, which is the township's 40-acre park. Right now, currently our largest developed park. We have multiple facilities here, including the Camp Robin Therapeutic Recreation Building, which is the home of our Camp Robin program for disabled individuals, and also the home of 2 synthetic surface soccer lacrosse fields, a synthetic surface baseball field, a softball field, picnic grove, pavilion, sand volleyball courts, basketball courts, and assorted other amenities, including a large playground for our kids. This park was first acquired and developed, the first phase, back in the early 90s. The second phase, which is the playing fields, was developed in 1994. The third phase, which is the Robin building and the playground, the basketball courts and the sand volleyball courts, were done in 1997-98. So it's been in business for quite a while. It's well used and well attended by both the general public and also Old Bridge High School students, which is located directly adjacent to this park. We're here at the Geick Park basketball courts. We have 2 courts that we have put a new sport court surface on. It's a highly resilient, softer playing surface that allows for safer play, better play under wet conditions. Rather than resurface the existing asphalt courts for about the same price, we put on this new modern surfacing, which is a much better and more resilient surface for our players. If you look, we have also put it in the high school colors, Old Bridge High School, which is black and purple. The kids love it, are getting a lot of use out of it. This is one of our most highly used facilities. We're in Geick Park, which is about a 40-acre park. At this point in time, this is probably the most highly used of all our parks. Again, it's getting a great use. The kids enjoy it. The high school physical education classes use it in the fall and the winter. So we're getting good use out of it. We did it this past spring and opened it up about June 1st for play. We're now at the new Geick Park playground. This playground replaces an existing playground that we've had put in since 1997. The new playground has many more amenities for our disabled population. Obviously, this park is also the home of Camp Robin, our therapeutic recreation program. We replaced this with a more modern, a safer modular unit, along with a climbing rock, a small Robin climber, and swing set. So what we have here is less ramps to take wheelchairs up, more widely expansive ramps, and more amenities that the kids can play with. The surfacing is a new rubber safety surfacing, which is much more resilient for falls. The Consumer Product Safety Surface has deemed this the most safe surface on the market today, so anybody that falls off the playground has much less chance of being injured. Again, it gets a lot of use between our Robin program, between the general public that comes and use it, and also, believe it or not, the high school when they come up for classes to relax and use the playground. So it's been a great amenity by replacing the old one with this new modern apparatus. Now we've moved into Geick Park to the 2 newly renovated synthetic surface playing fields, multi-sport playing fields. This past year we put down synthetic surface on these 2 large soccer, lacrosse, field hockey combination fields that are used very extensively by both the Board of Education and the township recreation programs. As you can see, the fields are lighted for night play. They're right next to Old Bridge High School, and the high school basically uses it during the school year from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. for physical education classes, for their girls varsity, junior varsity soccer and lacrosse programs. Same thing, boys junior varsity and varsity soccer programs on a daily basis, both to practice and to play their games. It's a great surface. We expect it to last probably a good 15 to 18 years before it would have to be replaced. The beauty of it is that you can play in a rain. If you could have 2 inches of rain the night before and be ready to play the next day, whereas if it was natural grass, as it was before we did this, you'd probably have to wait anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4 days, depending on how much rain you had, to be able to get back onto the field. So it's been a great blend, great for the taxpayers too, because the high school being right over there and the combined use, we don't use it for recreation programs usually until 6 to 10 at night and weekends. Nobody's around to use it before then because the kids are in school and the parents that are coaching them are working probably in the city or somewhere else. So it's a great blend, and having a great surface means that it'll stay a long time. We'll get dual use for a long time. So this is one of our terrific projects that we get tremendous use out of. Just this morning we had the girls and the boys soccer teams were out here practicing, doing their final preseason practices. Right now we're at the Lambertson Rose property, which the township acquired back in the early mid-90s. Approximately 200 plus acres of open space, where we at one point envisioned doing a full 18-hole golf course. Obviously that's still on the hopper. Right now what we're working on this year with a golf architect is to do a driving range, a public driving range, which we would put within the normal master plan, the routing plan that was originally designed for the 18-hole golf course. We're in a very nice rural area, which is 5 minutes from the Parkway, exit 120, very close to people coming to this thing. Obviously, there would be a great family and amenity for the kids for junior golf, for first tee. And we envision to do it in the area directly behind me through the fields down in the tree line, not near any residences to be disturbed. A great location for what would be a terrific amenity for the township, which hopefully would springboard us to building at some point in time a full 18-hole golf course for the public. We're standing here at Menino Park, which is the township's largest landmass park. 165 acres, of which we have the availability to develop 111 acres that are upland, non-wetlands, that we can actually build on. It is also the site of the Old Bridge YMCA, which is a great facility, which is very close to Route 516. This park is midway between Route 9 and Route 18, centrally located along Route 516. Behind me in the park is some of the development that we've already done, which we'll get into later, but because it's 111 acres and because it's not anywhere near residential development, we have thousands of feet of trees and buffer between any of the nearest residences. The sky is the limit as far as recreational amenities that we envision in here. We've also begun discussions with the YMCA, which is the branch, the Old Bridge YMCA is a branch of the Western Monmouth YMCA, about the possibility of jointly designing an outdoor splash pad spray park within the park here, of which, we have a lot of room to do this, about a joint effort of combining to build a beautiful splash pad spray park, which would accommodate the YMCA camps, all of our summer camp, daycare, Camp Robin, and playground camp, and also the residents and the members of the YMCA, which would probably be open from, say, noon to 8 o'clock at night, with tremendous water amenities for the kids. So those are some of the things that we're planning on doing in conjunction with the YMCA. Hopefully in the near future we will have that done, and it'll be one more great thing for the kids and the families of Old Bridge to participate in. Now we're standing at the Menino Park baseball softball complex. Directly behind me we have 2 fields of what is projected to be a 5-field wagon wheel, and by that I mean that in the center where we've built the restroom concession building, the 5 fields in like a star or a wagon wheel all have the home plate areas closest to the building and project out in a wagon wheel in all 5 directions from there. So we have 2 completed. One of the projects that we're currently working on, hopefully to go into bonding, hopefully next year, would be to finish the wagon wheel with 3 more fields, which would accommodate men's and women's softball, youth softball, and baseball out at this facility, with 3 more lighted fields. The fields directly behind me are 225-foot radius, which are really only going to accommodate youth baseball and young girls softball. The 3 fields that we project would be 300 to 310-foot radius fields, which would accommodate all the men's and women's softball, baseball activities. We also project doing synthetic surface infields, which in our climate in the northeast with all the rainouts and the bad weather would probably double or triple our available playing time and basically reduce our maintenance cost in dragging and getting infields ready to zero. Also in this park, which is our biggest park, not our biggest developed park, but our biggest park, this park is 165 acres, of which we have 111 acres that are uplands and available to build on. We also have in this direction a dog park where we have 2 separate areas connected for big dogs and small dogs that's open daily. We also have a large children's playground and swings over in the corner there. One other thing that we want to do when we finish the wagon wheel this year is put a walking, jogging, running trail around the perimeter of the baseball wagon wheel, and also a biking path, or the beginning of a biking path, which eventually in years to come as the park expands will actually get even bigger with more options in the trails. So that's what we project for the bonding for next year. We're currently working with our engineering on conceptual plans, drawings, and detailed cost estimates to know how much money we would need to put in the bond. But it's a great location, centrally located with a lot of amenities, and the sky's the limit as far as the future of this park and what could be done for recreation. Well, I want to thank you all for coming on a tour of the Old Bridge Park system. As you can see, we have some beautiful facilities which we hope you come out and enjoy, and also we have tremendous growth possibilities within our park system for the future. Again, we're hoping to put some of these projects on for the 2016 bond ordinance to start developing some extra things for the amenities for the township residents, to enhance your quality of life for the children and the adults that live in this community. And we're very pleased to be able to present all these different parks to us. So in closing, I want you to all enjoy coming to our parks, enjoying what we have to offer. And again, we will continue to work hard to try to improve what we have for the future of you and your children going forward. Thank you.